Hi everyone, this is a lesson on dimensional analysis. It can also be called unit analysis and factor label. So what is dimensional analysis? It's basically a technique or a way that we use in science to help us convert from one unit to the next. So for example, if you have something in meters and you want to go to centimeters, dimensional analysis is a system, a setup we can use to help us convert from different units. First thing you should know about dimensional analysis are things called conversion factors. As you see listed is a conversion factor that you're going to have to memorize, and that is 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Basically that's saying in 1 meter there are 100 centimeters. Conversion factors are accepted numbers that have relationships with each other. So for example, you might have heard of 12 inches equals 1 foot. That's an English system conversion factor. This works in the same way. Let's take a look at our example. How many centimeters are there in 2 meters? So if you notice, this problem is asking us to change units. We want to start with meters and end up in centimeters. If this is the case, then you need to use dimensional analysis. While I'm aware you probably could solve this in your head, or maybe quickly in a calculator, or in your own way, unfortunately you have to use dimensional analysis to receive credit. So what does dimensional analysis look like? Well, it's a setup. So let's begin. First you want to identify your given in your problem. So 2 meters is my given number. You want to start, let's write that here, given. All right, looks like I'm in kindergarten. You want to start with your 2 meters. So put that over here, 2 meters. Our goal is to convert that to what? That's right, centimeters. Hopefully you're answering these questions and you're not leaving me hanging. So in order to convert that, we're going to multiply it by a conversion factor. So we're going to multiply this by a conversion factor. Here's my conversion factor. It's a relationship. It's a way to get me from meters to centimeters. I'm going to set that conversion factor up right here in a fraction format. See, I'm circling it right there. Okay. My goal is to go from meters to centimeters. That's what the problem asks for. How many centimeters are there in 2 meters? Here is my relationship. 1 meter always has 100 centimeters. So if I multiply my conversion factor by my number, it helps me convert to my centimeters. If you notice, my units on top cancel out with my units on the bottom, just like you do in math. A meter on the top cancels out with a meter on the bottom. That is also a good way to check and know which way to flip your conversion factor. You want those top and bottom units to cancel out. And now time for an answer. That's an equal sign, though it really doesn't look like one. So what is 2 times this conversion factor? So this conversion factor is 100 divided by 1. So 2 times 100 basically. You get 200, and don't forget the unit, centimeters. How about sig figs, you ask? I know you're dying to know. We don't look at our conversion factors for sig figs. Instead, we look right here at our given. So there's 1 sig fig here. Therefore, my answer has to have 1 sig fig, and voila, it does. 200 has 1 sig fig. Good job. All right, ready for the next? This is the last example, and then your video's over. See how quick and easy this is? How many meters are there in 3 kilometers? Well, first of all, you're going to need a conversion factor. Conversion factor. You get the point. So let me give you that conversion factor. 1 kilometer is really huge, has 1,000 meters in it. Wow, think about that. All right, now that we have our conversion factor, this is another conversion factor you're going to have to memorize, so write that down along with the one on the previous slide. Circle it, highlight it, bubble it, write the word memorize these. You're going to have these memorized. So let's do what we said last time, and that is to do this problem, we're going to need dimensional analysis. Why? Because we have kilometers and we want to go to meters. Circle your given and begin with your given. Write the given over here, 3 kilometers. Don't forget your units. And we want to times this by a conversion factor, something that will convert our current unit to a new one. And it was given to you right here. So I want to go from kilometers to meters. Is there a relationship? Yes, we just said right here. 1 kilometer has 1,000 meters. Always, always, always. How did I know to set my conversion factor up in this way? Well, I want my kilometers to cancel out. I don't want it anymore. And I want my meter to be left over. So I had to make sure my top and my bottoms matched, as you see, and I can cancel them out. Time for the answer. It's 3 times my conversion factor, and my conversion factor is 1,000 over 1. So that's pretty easy. That's just 3 times 1,000, which gives me 3,000. And my unit, meters. Hopefully you could tack that on at the end. I ran out of space. How about sig figs? Do you remember? Do I look at the conversion factor? Do I look at the given? Is my voice really annoying? Because I think it is. You do not look at the conversion factor. You look at the given. So right here, there's 1 sig fig. And my answer has to have 1 sig fig. Does 3,000 have 1 sig fig? 1 sig fig? Yes, it does. So you're in good shape. 3,000 meters. And that's the end. You made it.